If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss the next one. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be about street photography. Well, not so much about street photography, but we're going to be doing some street photography, shooting it on film. And the reason I'm making this video is because there's a young lad called Braeden who lives near me, and he goes to the local college and studies photography. He mainly shoots digital, but he's interested in film and he loves street photography as well. So Braeden approached me and said he'd like to shoot some street photography on film, and have I got any film cameras that I could let him borrow. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to get this one on video for the channel for you guys to see. So yeah, I've got loads of film cameras, and there's 3 of them here that I've chosen. These 3 I use sometimes if I'm going to do a bit of street photography. I haven't done much street photography in quite a while actually, but these are the 3 cameras that I've chosen in the past. So I could give him a basic SLR, the Canon EF, but he hasn't shot much film, so I don't want him to be trying to, be out there too long trying to mess around. He wants to try and get the action and get it in the can. So I'm going to eliminate that one. I could be cruel and give him the Brae pack set. It's a little rangefinder, and you've got to do all the focusing yourself and measure and stuff. Again, unless you put it on infinite, it's going to be a bit of a, his chances that he could miss shots if he's not experienced with his cameras. So I'm not going to be that cruel with him. Or I could give him the Electro 35. This is all aperture priority, so it does the shutter speed for you. Great little camera for street photography. I've used it quite a bit, but I could give him this one. It's easier to use than the other 2, but I'm not going to. I've gone out and bought a camera specifically for this video, and I'm going to let Braeden use it in the street. It's a disposable Ilford HP5 camera. So I've never used one of these before, so it'd be interesting to see how it works. We know how it works. Be interested to see the results at the end of it. Also be interesting to see Braeden's face when I give him this camera and say, there you go, go and shoot some street.
Oh,
Do you like that?
Yeah, I might start using that for weddings actually.
So let's have a quick look at this camera, and it only cost me £8, which is pretty cheap. It's preloaded with a roll of HP5. There it is there. I've already taken the cellophane wrapping off of it that come with it. So let's have a quick look at this camera. It gives you 27 exposures. Now it might sound a bit strange, 27 exposures, but I believe that it's a 24 exposure film, 35mm inside. But because it's already preloaded inside the factory, what we're used to is that long leader when we shoot film. Because it's preloaded in the factory, that long leader's got a few more frames on it, so it gives us a few more extra frames if you like. But let's have a quick look around the camera. So it's pretty smart in design. You've got this plastic covering over it, and it's kept in the same colour as the HP5, which is green. There's your flash, your little plastic lens there. I think that button is to turn the flash on. And on the top of the camera, we've got a little window to tell us what exposure we're on, what number exposure. There's your fire button there, and on the back of the camera there's a little tiny light that tells you when your flash is ready, and there's also some instructions there on how to use the camera. So oh, and that's the winder there, so once you're taking your shot you just wind on. Now I'm not sure what the aperture setting is Ilford have set this to. I've read that it's around f9, f10, f11 online from various different people that have done tests with this, and the shutter speed is around 1/100th of a second. So I'm not sure how true that is, but who cares? All we're interested in is taking some shots. As a disposable camera, it should do its job and give us some decent results. So I'm looking forward to getting out on the street with Braeden, letting him take this camera off me. As I say, looking forward to seeing his face when I give it to him, and I'm going to be behind that camera, so I'm going to film what he's up to. Come back, crack the film open, develop it, and get in the darkroom and do some prints and see how they look. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the street. This is Braeden, and he's going to be shooting some film photography on the street. So I've just given him the Ilford Disposable. He's going to try and work it out.
400.
Open it up.
Oh, yes, sir. All right. Oh,
Oh, you're winding it on already? Right. I'm going to let Braden go off around the street and see what we get.
Try. Tricky stuff. Right, let's go for a walk. Pretty nervous actually. Would you mind just sparing a minute just to have a photo done? Well, cheers. Thank you very much. Do you know what? I've never actually been in a tattoo parlour. I don't think I want to either. Right, bag off, camera down, you got to sit in the washing machine. Come on.
You want me to go to the washing machine?
Get in the washing machine.
Right,
you need a wash. You stink.
Right, it's the same way I do this. This is Braden's weird idea of street photography. Right, what I've got to do? Put my head in there.
Get yourself in, mate.
Like that.
As if you're getting your mum's washing. Nah, don't look at me. Your face is ugly. Gotcha.
Done.
All done.
Stinks in there.
Yeah, that's lovely, thank you. Yeah, can I just have one sort of like a side profile? Just, yeah, as you are like that, it's fine. It's a shame there isn't any like shadow or anything. It's not too bad to be fair. But I think I like the fact that it's not like you can't see anything on the back of it. And sort of like the art of it is when you sort of develop them and get them in actually hard prints, because I think it's just a bit like with digital now, it's just like snap 50, get one sort of thing. But I think with these, like, even though they are a few quid and they cost like a few quid to get made, like, I think that it's something you can't really do in post-processing like with DSLRs. So it's a bit of a nicer look to the images and cut that bit. Like you lose a few stone as well, don't you? That's pretty cool. Super. Right, so that's done.
Well done.
Well done.
You want it back?
Huh?
Has it got to be wound back?
No, I don't think so. Sounds like it's empty though.
You want to go back any further?
Huh? I'll just take one of you to make sure it's done. No, it's done.
So I'm back in the darkroom again, and we've already developed the film. Braden helped me do that, and he's had to go now, so I'm in here on my own. All I need to do now is make a contact sheet and then make some prints and see how well the camera performed. Braden completely trashed the camera when he tried to open it. I don't think we couldn't find any way to open it cleanly, so he just pulled it apart, and this is what's left of it. I'm not sure. There's the film, obviously. We've already opened that. I'm not sure if we was able to salvage this camera in any way, kind of open it smartly so that we could reload another film in it at another time. If any of you guys have ever done that or got experience with doing that with disposable cameras, let us know in the comments down below. So yeah, pretty tricky out there today. It was very cold. You know, I don't know what's happened to the British springtime, but it was very cold, and we was both, you know, just couldn't wait to get back in the warm, to be honest with you. And the street, it wasn't really that busy. Let's get on with the contact sheet and some prints. So I just went through the contact sheet off camera, and there's quite a variety of overexposed, underexposed, and I think that's where the flash, Brae was using the flash, and it says on the box to use the flash within 3 meters of your subject. So we've got the couple of ladies outside the railings there. We've got this gentleman, the straw bonnet guy, we've got the florist, and me in the washing machine, which is pretty strange, and this guy as well here in this doorway. So let's make a couple of 5x4 prints and see what they look like. A bit tricky to try and get these underneath the glass for the contact sheet, but I managed to do it anyway. But yeah, I've never had this much curl before on HP5 film, so that surprised me. Not sure why, but anyway, let's move on. So at the start of this video I said that I wanted to see how well this camera performed, and I'm glad I bought it, and I'm certainly glad that I gave it to Braeden to go running around with and taking some street photography with it. And once I've done the contact print and a couple of other small prints that I've got here, I was quite impressed with the quality, to be honest with you. And I think for youngsters wanting to get into film or want to learn a little bit more about it, and if they haven't got SLRs and developing equipment, one of these is ideal for the price. Send it off to a lab, get the prints back, and you know, you've got some great pics, great prints even, of whatever you've been taking photographs of, parties or with your mates outside, or family or whatever. The sharpness isn't that bad at all, but around the edges is quite soft. I did notice that. And some of the prints that I've got were lacking contrast, and some had some decent contrast. So I don't know whether that was using a flash at certain points. It seemed to me that every time I used a flash we got a low contrast print. Anyway, the only other thing is the negatives were very curly. I can stand them up. I've never seen HP5s curl like this before, and I'm going to need to put these in a book or something just to flatten them out. I'm going to be giving these to Braeden for him to keep, but I need to put them in a book just to get them flattened a bit. So there's not much else for me to say really about the camera, other than, you know, it's a great little point and shoot, nice little disposable camera, and I reckon it's a good introductory to film photography if no one's ever done it before and they're interested. So I hope you liked the video. I hope it's given you a little insight into this camera. It certainly has for me. Subscribe, like, share, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks very much.